one more time. One more time, Ross. One more time, Ross. Where Joe at, man? I saw Ross.
And ain't nobody gonna step up and speak on your behalf. That's a fact. If you ain't been
This solid nigga, man. Yo, so real quick, I come to you on this morning to discuss the briefest phenomenon. I fucking as soon as I heard about this, it was already over. So apparently, we have a gentleman by the name of Chud the Builder. Chud the Builder, he is the manifestation of all the ghetto shit you niggas have been condoning for years and years. To a certain degree, we have to take responsibility and accountability for why the Chud the Builder emerged. I mean, he already gone, but Chud the Builder happened. And we have to get into what it means for the black community, right? Really? Why is the smoke alarm going off? I know I'm spitting fire, but you know. Anyway, we back.
Cameraman, put our conversation on Broadway.
They have not done it in a long time. Anyway, let's get into Chud the Builder, man. So the Chud the Builder phenomenon has started. It started relatively like recently. I feel like the other day. And the Bulls already done, like I was saying before. And we ain't saying that we miss them or nothing like that. But same time, I don't know if I'm just slow, because I only knew about the Bull because of I ain't gonna lie. Accountable Commentary did comment on this. I just didn't happen to watch the live for whatever reason, right? I think I just didn't get around to it. And I learned about this kind of from a lot from academics, because he was covering this and everything. So Chud the Builder is basically a streamer, right? So we live in the era of content creation where a lot of people will do any and everything to make content, right? So what the lane this guy's chosen, or that he chose, was race baiting, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and, first and foremost, go ahead and check that out real quick. So how you start is how you finish. This is Chud the Builder in the fairy's outfit. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't care what a dude tells you. For no reason, at any time, as a dude, are you ever supposed to be dressed like in anything feminine? All right, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. If you ever see a dude being comfortable dressing like a girl, listen, he probably got a weird case. Weird cases. Yeah, niggas got weird cases. But anyway, that ain't what I wanted to play. But I wanted to make sure also that I set the tone, because that's him now with the cowboy hat and the handlebar mustache. Just pretty much trying to look as like I don't know. I guess like he's like the white version of a Pookie. You know what I'm saying? He's like the white version of like an older YN. All right. So basically, I'm trying to see. You know what? What's like the best? I just saw a clip of him saying nigga. So matter of fact, let's go ahead. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Chud the Builder, the racist, rage-baiting live streamer, is facing 61 years in prison for attempted murder. Now, before Chud started stabbing himself with TRT, he looked like a Bieber fan. And even with his newfound confidence, his insecurities would still shine, as he would go out of his way to throw out racial slurs, rage-baiting people for content. But muscles and mustache don't make the man. Chud would seek out people that were either significantly younger, weaker, or smaller than him. And the whole time, he'd be clutching a pistol, provoking them, daring them to do something to him.
Come do something. Hold up. Yeah, walk up. That's what I thought. They chipping out.
Where I'm from, we call that a bitch. But Chud apparently got punched in the shit by somebody, pulled out a gun, shot him, accidentally shot himself, and now he's facing attempted.
So that's what's going on. So he literally just started doing this. It wasn't like, he's been at it for years, or or maybe he has, and maybe he just started getting traction, and I just know about it. After the David thing, I realized, you know what? I know I was an old nigga, but you was an old nigga. You don't know what's going on out here in these streets, okay? And that's why you gotta get your bag up so you can keep a nice flock, a young calico to keep my ear. You know what I mean? So my ears is always to the streets because I always got the youth around me and whatnot. I'm good. You know what I mean? So the way I choose to support the youth is a little bit of tricking. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
And ain't nobody gonna step up and speak on your behalf.
That's a fact.
Okay.
If you ain't been a solid nigga.
You've been a solid nigga. Yeah, Ross, we gonna get to you, man. I'm making it a quick show. I'll be back to talk some more. Tom be like, hurry up and get to work. But when I'm not done with work, I'll be podcasting again. That's not a podcast. I'm doing content for your life, feeding your life. But anyway, it's not even like he been doing this a long time. But bigger than that, I think what we really missing is how much Chud the Builder has all the makings of a fucking loser. And this is also one of the internet phenomenons where someone is really only doing something because of the internet. If not for the internet, he would have found a good white wife who would have cucked him properly. Because we're going to also get into the Weird Bulls history. But y'all got to also realize that Chud the Builder, no, listen, I got love for all my Keishas. I'm not one of those. Listen, I'm not a Keisha extremist. I got love. Listen, I got love for my Keishas who got love for me. You just not gonna walk all over me. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna just have me. You
Ain't
know,
nobody gonna step up and speak on your behalf.
gonna have me just put myself out there.
A solid nigga.
You know what I mean? You feel me? Oh,
I've been not talking. I've been not talking. So what are you talking about?
All right, we got some clouds in the sky. If y'all don't know, I don't be doing no morning shows like that. All right, the sun's over there today. If I move, matter of fact, let's move over a little bit. So we can just move over a little bit. All right, yeah. Because the glare started hitting me right here in my face. Pause. Sorry, hold on. I need someone to speak on my behalf. I'm on now.
Ain't nobody gonna step up and speak on your behalf.
That's a fact.
If I quit, who gonna lead the people in the black community?
I'm gonna keep going. But anyway, but Chud the Builder is a black woman's dream. All right, so we actually do have a divester. Well, shout out to Only Logical, and this is his bar, and I have to always bring this up, right? He be establishing these pipelines. He be talking about the sex worker to divest the pipeline, or the divester sex, and the divester to lesbian pipeline, where women go from trying to basically exclusively be with white guys and only white guys, or just pretty much saying, yo, because a divester is someone who's saying, I have separated myself from the black community. I am going elsewhere. I am going where I'm celebrated. I'm going where I'm appreciated, right? And yo, listen, when they keep it a stack, and I'm not saying that all interracial relationships are abusive or they're bad and whatnot, but it's it's been a conversation that's been going on. It's been going on really for hundreds of years, honestly. It's been going on as long as black women have known white men. This been going on, okay? So it's literally for centuries. And listen, black men love black women so much, right, that you have to point these things out to black men. You have to say, hey, black man, hey, listen, you see this? No good. No bueno. But anyway, so Chud the Builder is a black woman's dream, okay? Chud the Builder is a freak. So we got a story from basically, I don't know if he was paying her or not, but basically this girl she used to see. Now, obviously, she using this for clout. You know what I mean? Obviously, she used to know him and all that, right? And who knows how much this story shoot, but she said, matter of fact, I'm gonna let her tell her story. All right, where is she at? Let's go ahead and find her. Let's find her. So I was watching the academics channel. So I was gonna try to play this on another person's channel, but you know I haven't really watched other people's reactions. So I did watch Axe already, so I kind of know what's popping. So yeah.
Cameraman, put our conversation on. Since like
Racist. Check this out.
So black woman reveals. Okay, this is on Instagram. All right, I should have gone to the page. All right, whatever. Black woman reveals she was in a relationship with Chud the Builder in 2015. Now, you know, so as you guys saw previously in the video, right? You hear him saying, "I'm exercising my freedom of speech," and then at the same time, now mind you, this dude is really a menace to society. See, this is the part of white people that's not always like broadcasted or put out there or talked about as much, right? This is the I'm not gonna say it's the nature of white guys, but this be what they be doing. First of all, we saw white privilege failed this dude. All right, this was an abuse on white privilege. He went like the dude was saying. He went around younger people, right? People smaller than him, and at the same time showing them, hey, he calling them a nigga, and then showing them that he got a gun. That is wild and crazy work. But if not for the internet and whatnot, he would just be an old crazy white man. Niggas would just know, hey, stay clear, Chud over there. You know what I mean? And at some point, he would have realized I'm ugly and I have no friends. You know what I mean? But this is someone who also realize that this person has created a character. Not only that, you also got to question like, what does that mean, right? So he used to get banged out by this black girl. I'm sorry, I mean spoiler alert. He used to get banged out by this black girl. You know what I mean? So he's someone who likes to get pegged. All right. So it turns out we had him pegged all wrong. You know?
Ain't nobody gonna step up and speak on your behalf.
Could have found out we had you pegged all wrong. Shut the building. So this is apparently a freak bull. Let me tell you something right now. I don't mean to be a harsh judge, but for the sake of doing content and whatnot, bull. If you were into any kind of butt stuff, all butt stuff is not manly, especially when it comes to your butt. Anything going in your butt, not manly. You know what I'm saying? No back. We can't co-sign no backdoorian activities. No backdoorian activities. I wasn't with them niggas, man. Okay, so getting back to the conversation about why this is a black woman's dream. This guy's a black woman's dream right here. I mean, black women, especially in the last, few years, well, at least to a point where I become aware of the content and been seeing it online. Who knows how long these spaces been going on. So I remember the first time I heard like a clubhouse from basically like a group of divestors where they basically say, hey, we want to just come sit in this clubhouse. Because like clubhouses are like basically like what they call Twitter spaces now, where, there's a speaker. People can hear and talk all in one space, I guess you could say, right? And they'll call it a space or a clubhouse or a Twitter room or whatever. But there's a person who starts it. Obviously, they're the speaker. They can bring up other people who can also speak. But anyone who goes to their page and whatnot can listen to, that conversation. But they may not be able to speak, but they can listen to it though. So obviously these clubhouses they get recorded. And like, yo, there has been audio. Now, again, you can't see these women, but you can hear their voices until they're black, right? And when you hear their voices, it's like, wow. And you hear them saying stuff like, I mean, the first time I heard when it's like, yeah, so we just want to get together and just be able to celebrate and talk about how much we love our white men and this and this and that. Which again, hey, teach your own, right? But the one I heard, it was another one I heard like last year. That shit was crazy. It was this older black woman just saying like nigger over and over and over again, calling like black kids nigger babies. You know what I'm saying? I don't listen to a nigger. I don't talk to niggers. You know what I'm saying? Just, shit was wild. Shit was wild, right? But anywho, so one of the ideas that he always promoted is that everything about white, because again, it's like it's built on this superiority mindset. Or superior. I don't want to call it a complex, because how can you have a complex about what someone else can do? But anyway, so it's about superiority, right? And the idea that, white men are better than black men in every single way, and it doesn't matter. And also proves like how much, like, because these people can be the kind of guys that, they can have access to a lot of black women. Let me tell you something. Who knows how many quiches he done knocked down and had access to? Also, who knows what kind of disease he got? Because you got to realize again, dudes, listen, because he been getting pegged. If he into that, imagine what else he into. You understand? But anyway, let's get into it.
But I am a Chud. Yeah, you were cool as shit. I don't remember you that much, but I do remember I'm full-blown, racist.
So this is actually a conversation he's having with I don't know if this is the same girl or one of the girls, because I feel it was multiple girls. So apparently, he had multiple Keishas back in the day taking care of him, giving him shelter. All right, warm bath, Hot towels.
Check this out. But I am a Chud. Yeah, you were cool as shit. I don't remember you that much, but I do remember I know you. See it? We got roots.
For following Liver King, you used to tell me being. I fed you before.
It's been a long time. But I healed your stomach by teaching you how to eat real food.
Yes. So that's
What was your
why
name again?
I'm Lana, but that's
Lana.
why I'm confused what happened to you. Because you're
Oh.
not racist. I know that. I fed you.
I have not fucked Dalton since like 20.
The way that shit started. So another thing too be that, yo, listen, white guys are into a lot of really freaky stuff. You know what I mean? Like even like the concept of like cucking, right? Which is, you know, a dude really being able to enjoy. Don't get me wrong. Now there are men who, I guess, who are into it, and maybe there's some guys getting forced to it. I don't know. But cucking is supposed to be based off the idea that you enjoy and get off on, or at least you'll concede to allowing your wife or your girlfriend or your intimate woman that you're intimate with to be intimate with other men while you're in the room. Some guys may do it where, like, you know, she go off and do a thing and then she reports. She send them a picture. You know what I mean? She send them a video and whatnot. So whereas like, and again, maybe a dude wouldn't admit it to me, but I just can't see that being a thing for like black men and Spanish men. Like you don't, if you put like if you go on like any adult film site, right? If you put in cuck like Latin, or I mean, I'm sure that it's there. It's not the same, and it's nowhere near as much. And you're not going to find no homemade. You can find homemade cooking where this is a real live couple, or even if you ever heard of like swingers parties and whatnot, right? Or these if you know what a bull is, right? And people will meet these black guys there, like these black guys. I guess they gotta be in shape. I mean, from what I understand, bulls is usually, they usually a black guy who comes in to, smash the wife in general. You know what I mean? It's usually, well endowed. Pause. Hold on, relax. Cause
Who gonna lead the people in the black community?
I'm not gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna speak on your
There
behalf.
ain't nobody gonna
speak
step
up for y'all.
and speak on your behalf.
I'm gonna speak
if
for
you
y'all.
ain't been a solid nigga.
I'm gonna speak for y'all. Don't worry. Keep telling you, don't worry. But anywho, man, no, we kind of losing the plot. Maybe losing the plot. Anywho, so with these relationships and stuff like that, right? Like I was saying before, with the whole like just how white guys are, a lot of times they be having this kind of history. And I remember also on Only Logical, right? He always talks about how like a lot of times the white men who date outside their race or that date black women, a lot of times, if you start probing, pause, no pun intended, and start asking questions and whatnot, you'll almost always find some weird shit. You'll always find a weird story, something, nigga. All right, and or some kind of kink they got, something like that. And out the gate, you got Beloved saying, "I haven't effed on me." I'm like, and she wasn't saying it like, "Oh, I haven't effed him," as if we haven't had sex. Off the rip, it sounded like she was saying, I haven't smashed him. I haven't been the one doing the bending on Dalton in over 11 years. That's how long it's been. All right. Not only that, I don't know, man. There's more to it than that. But I think this is the same girl from the video we just saw where she's saying, "Hey, I fed you before because you were doing so bad." Now, also another thing too, divestors always promote this idea that white men all have money. Like they're not saying, upper middle class white men, because whenever they talk about white men, they talk about the very best of white men. Not only that, they're telling you that those guys in particular, the guys who are the cream of the crop, the guys who are at the top of the food chain when it comes to white men, they're just throwing all that away so they can go be with Keisha. No, man, that's not how that works. I want you guys to understand this shit. I want you guys to understand the kind of white guys that actually be dating black women and what's actually going on. And it's not the dish, it's just that if you're not listening, if you can't read between the lines, if you're not hip to what's happening, you'll hear black women tell you that white men love black women, and white men are marriage minded. They're better fathers, and these white men cannot wait. They cannot wait to get the opportunity to raise a black son. All right, man. I gotta go work soon.
Oh, so the girl he met is like, oh, yo, I'm in a different version of you. Like, you weren't this racist. What the hell happened to you?
What's up, y'all? Lily Venus here. Pretty bitch with a big, literally in my bio. I'm only bringing this up because Chud the Builder's cameraman put our conversation on Broadway on YouTube. Now millions of people know what I look like fresh off work. Fucking great. But in the caption it said that black woman who used to smoke mid and get raw dogged by Chud the Builder.
Huh.
Well, he's not lying. I already told y'all we used to smoke. He used to sell me weed. And we did raw dog. A lot. Me, him, and my ex-wife. I am a professional. It's no secret that I perform prostate massages, if you will, for men. I've been doing it for a very long time now. Most of my clientele is white men. We sign NDA agreements. I talk about me time, but I never tell you names because discretion is key. Confidentiality is.
Yo, what is she saying? I'm trying to understand. Is she saying that she's trans or she's saying that she's got a strap? Anyway, all right.
Why my client list is so long, but Chud mentioned it first. I think that he said it the way he said it because the white supremacists were probably like, ew, you used to hang out with a black girl, shame on you. So they had to make it sound good. But see, here's the thing. I'm an egregore too. Lily Venus, hi. Hail the great mother. So I am all about enlightenment, controversy, occultism, witchcraft,
What?
and of course, love.
Real quick. As far as the divest is right, when you see a black woman wearing her natural hair, when you see them wearing like way too many cardigans, stuff like that, those be the main ones. And the ones that be like real glammed up, those be the ones that be trying to do it on the low and try to do it on the sugar baby level. You know what I mean? But the ones that be wearing like their hair down or who wear the same shit every day, those be the main ones who got a high Brad body count. You understand? So anyway, when she said I'm into occultism, I'm like, what you like? Why you into? I mean, for one, how's it working out for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, please let me know. I want to support. Let me know how I can help.
So me talking about this is what my brand is about. Let's expose it, bro. So yes, pretty bitch with a.
Whoa.
I have not fucked Dalton since like 2015.
Whoa.
He was a little chubbier then. His cheeks used to clap in such
What? Bruh.
like the cutest way. Now Chud, he doesn't even have a little chubby butt no more, so I probably wouldn't fuck him. But I'm wondering, did you bring that up because you want to spin the block? Now, when I first he was a virgin, and I'm having a hunch that he probably hasn't been since me and my ex-wife. We can start small, buddy. I got you.
Yo,
But you
dog,
don't have to fucking.
too much. Too far, dog. Too far. Bumbo clot, dog. Too far.
Cat. Like, if you're gonna say that, say the whole truth, okay? Now, with that being said, why do I? Because it's a hustle and it helps me get through college. I'm still in college. But now I don't have a choice. I will forever be a top because I had surgery 3 years ago. The doctor fucked up and chopped my coochie off. And that's just that on that.
No. What? Nah, man. That's what I'm saying. Nah. I'm so confused at what I'm looking at. Is this a dude he was dealing with? Hold on, man. Let's see if we can find this person. Oh, my fingers are so fat. I'm like not able to hit the screen. Well, I don't know if it's either that or I'm just old man. Let's see. This is the person right here. Let's name the page. Anywho, so that's Chud. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get back to the situation that Chud is in right now. Right. So grand opening, grand closing, the bull. Yeah, man. He just started. He already done, man. You're done out here, man.
I was at Jimmy's office. Dre plays the album.
Chud the Builder is being charged with attempted murder after the shooting outside the courthouse in Tennessee on Wednesday. He is also being charged with aggravated assault, reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon, and using a firearm during a dangerous felony. Both individuals suffered gunshot wounds but were listed in stable condition after the altercation and will continue to update as we learn more. Chud the Builder is being charged with attempted murder after the shooting.
So like
outside the
you
courthouse
guys
in
saw,
Tennessee on
basically he got into an altercation. So he thinks that someone trying to punch him in his face warrants him taking out a pistol and also discharging the pistol, right? So in the midst of doing so, he manages to shoot the other guy and shoot himself. Okay. Let's get a little more into the story, man. This is from actually news channel. All right, news channel. All right, WKRN. You got some more information? Come on.
The man known online as Chud the Builder is facing attempted murder charges.
The builder, nigga.
Outside the Montgomery County Courthouse this week led to gunfire. Let's go to news.
This right here is some Pookie shit. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. This right here is some white Pookie. This is a white Pookie activity. We need to go ahead and put a song together called White Pookie Activity. White Pookie Activity. So, in the midst of Chud the Builder trying to rage bait and get niggas mad, he himself has gotten caught up in some nigga shit. Chud the Builder ultimately had a nigga moment. You know what I'm saying? All while trying to rage bait niggas, you wind up basically going the same route. And now you finna be around a lot of niggas. I mean, so I want no, actually, no, he gonna fit right into jail. That nigga was already getting pegged by a black lady, so you know, I think he'll find what he's looking for in jail. He could definitely find a black dude, find you a twink. As far as the other girl, I'm done with my investigation. I will not be investigating that any further. I'm not. Listen, I need someone to speak up for me. You know what I'm saying? Someone to talk.
Ain't nobody
speak on
gonna
my
step
behalf.
up and speak on your behalf.
On my behalf.
If
You understand?
ain't been a solid nigga.
You understand?
Jaxie Pigeon, she's live in Clarksville. And Jaxie, you have new information following this shooting.
Not new information.
Mark and Nicole, this all unfolded outside the courthouse on Wednesday, and now investigators are working to determine what sparked it. So deputies and Clarksville police responded to Millennium Plaza around 1 o'clock yesterday after reports of shots fired.
What do you say?
When they got there, they detained two men who they say had been fighting before things escalated. Both were taken to the hospital with gunshot wounds and are expected to survive. Authorities identified one of the men as 28-year-old Dalton Etherly, who goes by Chud the Builder online. He's known locally for live streaming confrontations and making racist comments in public. He's now charged with criminal attempted murder, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, and employing a firearm during a dangerous felony. Etherly remains in the Montgomery County Jail this morning, awaiting arraignment where a judge will set bond. In a statement, Montgomery County Sheriff John Fuson says, quote, "It's unfortunate that incidents like this are happening in our community. This kind of violence won't be tolerated in our office."
There are thousands and thousands of cases that go on in the county every single day. When the sheriff makes a statement on your arrest in particular, that means they getting ready to make an example out of you, bro. So yeah, that he's cooked. I mean, you know what, and rightfully so. I ain't gonna say he should be cooked, but the bull is definitely cooked. All right, now you done got, this is a high profile case too, so it's not one of those things where they can kind of just let you do whatever. And I mean, he wasn't going to like not go to jail anyway, because again, you know, you did this charge. You cannot just pull out a gun. In no state can you just pull out a gun. Like you have to. It's about meeting deadly force with deadly force. It's usually because the other person has either some kind of weapon, or they're going to hit you with a car. It has to be imminent danger. There has to be no like, if you don't do anything, if you don't shoot this person, you're going to die. It's you or them. You get punched in your face. So apparently the story goes, you finally got popped on shortly after. So it finally happened. Somebody finally popped on you and whatnot. He realized shit was real, and then tried to pull out the blicky like a Pookie. That's crazy. So Chud the Builder was trying to rage bait Pookies and then went out like a Pookie himself. See, that's another thing too. Listen, and again, these be the type of dudes that they really be bagging, that they actually be about. Yo, if we going only logical right now, I probably could pull up a story right now with some down bad white boy.
Will work to make sure those responsible are held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. And because this investigation is still active, the entire courts complex here in Montgomery County will be closed for today. Live in Clark.
So we're gonna leave that there, man. So yeah, good job, Chud the Builder. I'm really happy that things are not going well for you. You know, usually I never say that to anyone, but Chud the Builder, bro, that's just it's a terrible ambition, you know. And so as you can see, right, he kept saying, "Oh, this is about freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech," and it's like, nah, nigga, this is a character that you've created. This is you don't have a personality, and you don't actually do anything. So being as though you don't actually do anything, right? Oh shit, you know what? He wouldn't have it up here. You know, I was gonna look at this this clip of Ross talking about Drake and everything, but I don't think I'll be able to find it. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? We're gonna try. We're gonna try. So Iceman is out. You know what I'm saying? It is out.
Into the stream.
I think a lot of people did not know
very special.
that Iceman was gonna be 3 albums in one, but shit's 3 albums in one. Hold on, man. Let's see. If not, we want to just go to Chick's channel. So I want to go to this thing with Ross. I thought academics had an interesting take on what Ross was saying in this interview. It was like 2 things I wanted to comment on real quick, right? So I was saying before, I always tell y'all, listen, if you a young man, if you at the prime of your life, you at the beginning of your life, first and foremost, you got to get around guys who are definitely smarter than you, who know more than you, and they may not be black. They may not look like you. They may not talk like you. Don't let someone not being exactly like you stop you from learning and being friends. Get to know the heart of that person. Go know their heart. Connect to them. How good of a connector are you? What kind of friend are you? What is your friendship value? How do you show up in friendship? How do you show up as a brother? How do you show up as a son? That's what matters. The content of someone's character matters. The content of somebody's character matters, okay? So that's first and foremost about who you listen to, and but not only that, even then, there's a limit. You have to become the kind of person that you're able to lead yourself. You're able to make decisions for yourself in a way where, you know what, nah, that's what's best for me. Nah, that's what makes sense for me. Okay? Because when you doing things, if you don't know why you're doing it, you will always find yourself being confused. You'll always find yourself feeling like, yo, it seems like I'm losing. It seems like I'm losing the plot. What's going on? You know what I mean? So with Rick Ross, right, what happened with Rick Ross is he's facing the road of corniness. He's facing the road of when you don't live righteous. During that time, you saw an opportunity because it was shit on Drake season. You thought, I'm going to jump on there and I'm going to ride the wave. I know he maybe didn't think that he was going to go viral, but yo, nigga, you put out a record called White Man. Now, I never listened to it, but it was a record where you dissed Drake around the same time Like That came out, around the same time Not Like Us came out. A$AP Rocky had a diss too. And also it was the whole industry against this dude. Okay? You were a frequent collaborator. First of all, I don't think he put out there that, oh, he had an issue because he thought that Drake had an issue with French. And it's all had to do with clearing the verse. But really, that was an excuse. Well, Nick, listen. When y'all are doing the same thing or have done the same thing, Rick Ross, for the most part, is like a bitter old bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them baddies that was not who always wanted to get married and everything, but couldn't close the deal. And now here she is, gorgeous at 49. She looked good for the 49-year-old, and that's how Rick Ross rap at this point. Rick Ross rap like a 48-year-old woman who look good for her age. Now, mind you, she's not as hot as a 22-year-old, nothing like that. You know what I mean? But yo, she respectable. You know what I mean? And not only that, this career-wise, right? Impact-wise, Drake has eclipsed Rick Ross so much. And another thing too is, when niggas talk about you like this, it has to do with their poor view of you, their poor idea of you. They don't think highly of you. In their mind, they feel like I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm this or I'm that, and you don't deserve your success. They may literally watch you be successful and really look at you and think to themselves, they don't deserve to have what they have, or I should have what they have. You know what I mean? You think Ross wouldn't like to have had a few more runs? And again, of course, Ross can still do shows and stuff like that. And Ross got good catalog, so Ross will always be able to go out there and maybe get who knows how much money a year doing shows. Don't get me wrong though, we live in the era where you do it does help to have new shit. But like I always say, yo, old niggas have a hard time with making music because you can't teach an old dog new tricks, especially street niggas. Especially niggas who do that street content. A lot of times, yo, and that's why I like French so much because French is a street rapper, but French still got records like Unforgettable. French was still able to break out and have moments and whatnot, and have records that don't sound like the other songs and whatnot. But that's because and I always say more and more I realize now how much French was kind of ahead of his time. And I know I never really appreciated how creative this dude is. I mean, just in terms of having like good songs and picking out good beats and having shit that like got motion to it. You understand? I'm gonna just draw and play real quick.
Like I hate Drake or nigga, this shit ain't no.
Yeah, I think the conversations are fair. People just want to know why the switch up and why at that time. If you weren't trying to be in a 20v1, why these problems never materialized before? What is it really behind? French doesn't seem to be standing on the issues you claim that was the issues. We're confused. We are.
No conspiracy against him. When I say niggas don't want to see lose, that's saying whatever your issues are, issues you brought upon yourself individually with niggas. Ain't no niggas on no three-way text, oh, we finna shit on dog. Niggas don't do that.
Ain't no 20 versus 1 is what you're saying.
Nah. Why would it be that?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest though. At the time it was going down, it kind of seemed like that, Rose. It seemed like everybody just was coming out the woodwork against this
It's just
dude.
like in your hood. If you have not been doing right by niggas in your hood, it's gonna come a time.
Now, that is the confusing part. Like, you know, Ross keeps saying these things. You haven't been doing right. But nobody keeps asking. Like, the thing with Ross, he speaks like a mob boss. You haven't been doing right. Like, what's doing right? Is he getting extorted? He hasn't been paid his dues. Is he not been given back? Did he miss out on a birthday gift? Does he not talk to you guys anymore? Did he leave y'all on red? Did he promise you something you didn't get? Like, I'm so confused.
When it's feel
Niggas
like
gonna
it's
say something.
everywhere.
Interesting.
And ain't nobody gonna step up and speak on your behalf.
That's a fact.
If you ain't been a solid nigga.
That's a fact.
That's all it was.
I got you. I understand.
Don't get it twisted. Getting the white people rewards and the trophies, I know it could make you think, but homie, that shit don't mean nothing where I'm from.
Yeah, man, Ross, yo, how could Ross say so much and say nothing? He keeps saying, like, did Drake forget about y'all? Like, you're now mentioning he's getting the white people awards. I would almost argue that's like a Kendrick thing. Like, Kendrick gets the Grammys. Kendrick gets, like, all these, like, notoriously, like, white artist fluff type of awards and, like, accolades. It feels like he's almost kind of, like, telling us that Drake left him behind. And then no one keeps following up and be like, hey, could you explain, like, your relationship? Were y'all friends or were y'all just, like, work associates?
Would you ever sell your catalog?
You never know.
How much is your catalog worth?
It's rose, priceless.
Come on.
Mega.
3, 4, 5.
5 what?
Bill? You said 100 mil, nothing. Would you sell your catalog for 100 mil?
You never know what it.
Don't do that, bro.
No, I'm just being honest. I'm a nigga that has yet to sell his catalog.
I mean, you're rich.
You know, but some different is business. But like I said, I can only speak for me.
Of course.
You understand? So you never know.
I'm just scared of catalogs selling because we already know they'll slow down your music to where the catalog ain't valuable. And then once it's sold, they juice it back up. And, you know, it's royalty, it's property. That's what the catalog is for our people.
And I hope for the ones that is doing it, they doing it in a way where it's almost like they leasing it to them. You could lease your shit to somebody for 6 years, maximum 8
You can get
years,
this
and
stuff back. You
maintain-
can do that, and you can still have.
And I hope
And you can still
when
have.
I do read on niggas making moves, I hope to myself that's the play that they've just done, and not just said, "Here, this is yours," and walk away.
No,
from
they
it.
giving no.
Yeah.
Is that situation done?
No, no. What I wanted to make.
Okay. Interesting. By the way, chat, I'm getting actually updated news about Drake and Iceman that either.
All right, so I'll let that play for a little bit right now. So anyway, so in that conversation, Ross can't say that I was clout chasing. I was in my feelings. I saw an opportunity and whatnot. This shit that women will do to you when they think you done, when they think you done up, or they think that it's over for you and whatnot. What they'll do is kind of start going at you as if like, you know, you know what, this is an opportunity for me to say everything I wanted to say, or you know, just in general, how women are at times, right? When they get upset, you know what I mean, or they get a little drunk, they start acting different and whatnot. And it's like, all right, boom. Now I got an opportunity to act different. Now I got an opportunity to act a little crazy. So here I go. But anywho, so I wanted to speak on this shit because it's like, yo, we can't let this rock. Sometimes we gotta have certain sanctions. I saw a video the other day. I didn't watch it, but the title was "People Have to Be Sanctioned" or some shit like that. We need rules, bro. We gotta put rules on niggas, man. That be an issue. Like, no, you have more collabs with Drake than anyone else. Got more collabs with Drake than anyone else. What do it say about you? Just from a business relationship. So all right, boom. Your business has been music, right? That's the main thing you known for. So how do it look that, yo, I got all these features with homie. I got all these songs I got with homie. Him and Ross got an album and a half full of songs together. If you put all those records together, that's an album. It's 15 songs. All right. The only one that comes close is Future. Like Future and like I think him and Fresh got 5. Him and Future got Future got an album. Okay. They have countless records, and also Future's on the new album. It's on Iceman. All right. Shout out to Iceman. Iceman time, nigga. So all right. So we're gonna definitely build on Iceman over the weekend, man. It's gonna be Iceman the whole weekend. I think that's all I'm gonna be covering the whole weekend is Iceman, nigga. So we're gonna be covering the road to this. We're gonna be covering just everything that led up to Iceman, what this means. I'm gonna try my best to hear all 3 albums over the next week or so. I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing I didn't really like, because these are all 3 full albums. These are 3 full albums. God damn, Drake. But I'm like, damn, but it's Drake though. I don't think Drake finna have no misses, yo. I think what Drake is saying is, listen, bruv. I could do this all day. You about to get 3 albums of fire. Meaning that if you thought my streams was high before, I know what shit. Drake to maintain the highest streams with no album out. No new album out. In terms of a solo album, he has not put out a solo album in 3 years and maintain the highest streams. Imagine how high his streams finna be with 3 albums going at the same time. 3 new albums going at the same time, along with the previous work. Yo, you finna see his numbers go crazy. But anywho, going back to the conversation, right? When they asked about what's going on with you and homie, and his whole response and the agitation and whatnot, fam, yo, you chose to jump off the porch. You chose to put yourself out there, Ross. And he need to keep it a stack. And that be the problem with niggas too, is that niggas don't want to ever admit when they was wrong. It's not, he keeps trying to speak from the OG boss perspective, and it's not jiving. It's inappropriate, actually. Not for the situation. This ain't your little homie. He just younger than you. And listen, that happens sometimes too. As an older dude, yo, it's your job to keep outpacing and keep elevating and whatnot. You know what I mean? And keep elevating, even if it's in your self-development, your confidence, and your well-being and shit like that. Even if it's your body, but just staying sharp and being a formidable opponent. You understand? And in that regard, Drake not your little homie, bro. And Drake don't owe you nothing. All right? Because Drake don't got to promote Drake also, Maul pointed out something that was really, really telling. He said Drake had to clear those songs. Drake has to clear those songs for y'all to perform y'all records at the verses. That was another reason why Rick Ross had to play nice and be respectful. But at the end of the day, niggas try to still take a shot. Maybe anyway, it's Iceman the whole weekend, bro. I'm gonna do an Iceman show tonight, tomorrow, and so all weekend, bro. I'm trying to make sure all them draws go up, man. But anyway, love y'all. Peace. Be